Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Nisha, and I am Head of Operations and Client Service at Happy Investor. We are happy to have you with us for this Saturday's session, where we will be looking at some calculators available on the Happy Investor. The purpose of today's session is to see how these calculators can make financial planning a little simpler. Whether you are planning for long-term investment, child's education, or future marriage goal, these tools can help you put numbers and timeline to those goals. One small point to keep in mind is that the results shown by these calculators are for illustration and planning purpose. The expected returns are assumptions, and the actual mutual fund returns can vary depending on the market conditions. So before we start, let me ask you a quick question. How many of you have already downloaded the Happy Investor app? If in case you still haven't downloaded the app, please scan the QR code as shown on the screen and download the app so that you can follow along with us as we go through the different calculators. We have also shared the link in the chat box. You can download the app through that as well. Okay, so with that, let's get started. So once you log into the app, on the home screen, just below the portfolio summary, you will find all these useful calculators under the financial calculators section. Let's start with lump sum calculator. This calculator is useful when you are planning to invest one-time amount and want to understand what it could potentially grow to over a particular period of time. Let me explain you this with a simple example. Suppose I have 5 lakhs available with me for an investment today. So let me enter that in the one-time investment box. Since it's a one-time investment, so I will remove it from the monthly investment box. And let's assume I'm planning to invest this amount for 5 years. So as you can see, there is minus and the plus sign. Minus is to decrease the number of years, and the plus sign is used to increase the number of years. Since I want to decrease it, so I'm using minus sign. And let's assume that I'm expecting the rate of return as 10%. So in this example, if 5 lakhs have been invested today, the value at maturity, which you can see on the top after 5 years, could potentially grow to 8 lakhs 5,000 approximately. So the important thing here is to see the impact of the time, investment amount, and assume the returns on our potential wealth creation. Now let's move on to the next one, which is education calculator. Okay, so the next calculator is the education calculator. This calculator is designed for a very specific financial goal, which is planning for future education expenses. Right? So let's understand this with a simple example. Let's assume that the child is 17 years. Now, on the right hand side, can you see the circular dial? You can change the values against each by using this dial, or you can directly edit it here. Okay. So I'm assuming in this case that the child is 2 years old. He or she will go to the college at the age of 18. And I'm assuming that the duration of the program is 4 years. The cost figure for him as of today, I'm taking it as 5 lakhs. We don't have any existing corpus as of now. I'm expecting the rate of return as 12%. And since the education inflation is usually between 10 to 12%, let's see, in this particular case, I will put it as 10%. So if I scroll up, can you see the amount required at the time of the college is approximately 55.56 lakhs, right? So to achieve this goal, one must invest either which is shown on the left side, approximately 8 lakh or they can do monthly SIP of 1,000. Keep in mind is the impact of inflation. A goal that looks affordable today can become more expensive several years from now, and so it is very important to start early to make a big difference. Now let's go to the third calculator, which is SIP calculator. Let's assume that you are planning to invest 50,000 every month. So let me enter that amount. And here we are planning to invest it for a period of say 15 years. So let me use the plus sign to increase the number of years. And I'm expecting the rate of return as 12%. So as you can see, the value at maturity, right? The corpus that we are creating is approximately 2.37 CR. Now, I would request you all to keep these numbers in mind for a brief period while we look at the step-up SIP calculator for the same period, and let's see what difference it makes. My colleague will be also sharing the screenshots in the chat so that you can refer to those numbers. Let's go back and look at the SIP step-up calculator. So at least in the SIP step-up calculator, we are starting with the same investment amount, which is 50,000 for the accumulation that's in years. And expecting the same rate return, which is 12%. And here, the difference is that we are planning to step up our SIP or top up our SIP every year by a fixed percentage or amount. In this situation, I am taking an assumption of that I will top it up by 10%, right? So can you see the difference that the value at maturity, has just doubled in case of the step up SIP? In the regular SIP, the corpus that we were generating for the same period was approximately 2.37 CR, whereas in the step up SIP, the value at maturity after the same period is 4.13 CR. So that's the difference. Since you are investing a little more every year, your investment amount is higher. It also takes more time to produce the compounding. And the habit is very simple. That as your study or income is increasing, your study or investment should also increase. This helps you achieve your financial goals faster. Let's see the next calculator, which is cost of delay in SIP. To make you understand this calculator a little better, I would like to take two examples over here. Let's assume that there are two friends who have started their career at the same point of time. Friend A is starting the SIP of 50,000 for a period of, say, 15 years. And the expected rate of return is 12%. And since he is starting immediately, so there is no delay. Now, I would like you to focus on the maturity value, which is after 15 years, if friend A is starting his SIP of 50,000 today, the corpus that he would accumulate is 2.37 CR, right? Now, let's see what happens in case of friend B. Friend B is also starting with the SIP amount of 50,000 per month for the same duration, which is 15 years, with the same expected rate of return as 12%, but in this case, he's delaying his SIP by 12 months. So can you see the difference? The friend A is able to accumulate a corpus of 2.37 CR, whereas friend B will only be able to accumulate the corpus of 2.06 CR, and with the loss due to delay of 12 months is approximately 31 lakh 19,000. That's a huge amount, am I right? So starting early makes a lot of difference. And now let's look at the last and the most important calculator when we talk about long-term financial planning is the retirement calculator. The purpose of this calculator is to help us with two things. How much amount is required at the time of retirement and whether our current savings are enough to achieve that financial goal. So I would like to explain you this calculator again with two different examples. Let's say person A his current age is 30 and his retirement age is 60 and his current monthly expenses are 50,000. We are expecting the inflation rate to be 7%. And let's assume that the current savings per month is also 50,000. Existing corpus for person A is 10 lakhs. We are expecting the pre-retirement return to be 12% and expected post-retirement return is 8.5%. And since there are a lot of advancement in the healthcare sector, so we are expecting the life expectancy to be 90. So as you can see, the current monthly expenses of 50,000 after 30 years due to the inflation would be 3,80,000 per month, right? And the estimated amount required at the time of retirement is approximately 11.27 CR. So the total savings at the current rate, right, at the time of retirement will be 20 CR approximately, right? So the current savings are enough to sustain his post-retirement expenses. Now let's see another example where the current age of the other person is 50. His retirement age is also 60, but his current monthly expenses are 1 lakh. Expected inflation remains the same, 7%. His current savings per month are also 1 lakh. The existing corpus with him is 5 lakhs. Expected pre-retirement inflation rate remains the same, which is post-retirement return also is kept the same at 8.5%. The life expectancy is seen as 90 years. Now let's see what returns it is. Can you see the difference? The expected monthly expenses when person B retires at the age of 60 would be approximately 1.96 lakhs. Estimated amount required at the time of retirement is 5.82 CR. So he is falling short by approximately 2.72 CR. And to achieve this goal, right, he would either need to do a SIP of 1,18,000 approximately, which is mentioned on the left hand side, or a lump sum investment amount of 87 lakhs approximately. So it is not about how much we can save or invest. It is about how early we start to achieve our financial goals. So with that, we come to the end of today's session. If in case you still have any queries or need any assistance with Happy Investor app, please feel free to reach out to us and we will be happy to assist you. Thank you all for participating for today's session and we hope you found this session very useful.